So now that you have your scope all set up, it's all torqued, it's ready to go, it's time to hit the range. So when you go to the range, you're going to do a couple things. The first thing you want to do is bore sight your rifle. So depending on whether you're using elevation compensating bases or windage compensating rings, or even just where your scope and your rifle particularly align coming from the factory, it's a good idea to set this before you start shooting to your barrel to ensure that you're not throwing rounds off paper or missing targets. So the best way to do that is to look down your barrel. So after you have your bolt removed, or on an AR platform, an MSR platform, you take the upper and lower apart and you remove the bolt carrier group and the charging handle. You can then look down the barrel. So that using a set of bags is the easiest way to do this. Use large bag sets to keep the rifle or the upper assembly stationary. You'll look down the barrel and find your target. So those bright orange sticky champion targets work very well for that. Set that at your zero distance at 100 yards. You'll look down your barrel. You'll set your barrel to that point that you want to be shooting, and then you'll look up from your barrel through your scope and you'll see where you are on target. So you'll then dial your scope until you hit where your barrel and your scope are aimed at the same point. From that point, you're ready to start zeroing. So the zeroing process is pretty straightforward. I'm sure you guys have all done this before. You know, you always want to remember you want to shoot several rounds. Trying to zero off one round is a way to ensure that your zero will not be very accurate. So shoot 3 rounds, take the center of that group, and you want to make an adjustment from that point. It'll be helpful to know whether your scope is in quarter MOA or half MOA clicks when you're doing that process so that you can compensate and go the correct distance to your point of aim. Now, if you do have any issues when you're on the range with the bore sighting or the zeroing process, Monty's going to run through a few options that we have on the rings and bases side to help correct issues that arise from just manufacturing tolerances or the particular pieces that you've put together for your build.